If she could give birth to a son, her husband would reward her with $1 billion. But after trying twice, both times she had girls, so she went to see a master, spending a lot of money to have her fate read. The master told her straight up that she and her husband were destined not to have a son. The woman hurriedly asked how to fix this, and the master simply said, "Changing your husband might be the only way." She left, feeling utterly disappointed. However, the moment she stepped into her house, she discovered that the maid was pregnant. After repeatedly questioning her, she learned that the child was indeed her husband's. The woman slapped the maid across the face. Just then, her mother-in-law appeared, scolding her for not being able to bear a son. The mother-in-law then handed the maid some pork, telling her to cook soup to nourish the maid's body. The woman, furious and anxious, thought to herself, "If the maid really has a son, there will be no place for me in this house." As soon as her mother-in-law left, the woman forced the maid to get rid of the baby. The next morning, the housekeeper took the maid to the hospital. But as soon as the maid entered the hospital, she touched her belly and suddenly felt very reluctant. She quietly sneaked out through the back door. When the wife heard that the maid had run away, she knew she had to act fast to protect her position. She glanced at the housekeeper, who had liked her for many years, and then did something crazy. Soon after, the woman became pregnant again. Afraid that the maid's baby might threaten her family's fortune, she asked the housekeeper to deal with the maid's child. Later, the housekeeper found the pregnant maid at a rural clinic. Her first instinct was to run, but with her large belly she couldn't get far. Suddenly, sharp pain shot through her body, and she realized she was about to give birth. The housekeeper caught up with her just in time. The maid knelt in pain, begging him to spare her and her child. In the end, the housekeeper's heart softened, and he took her to the hospital so she could give birth. The maid had a baby boy, but the housekeeper didn't leave immediately. He told her to take the child and leave, never to return to the rich family. Meanwhile, the wife, pregnant with the housekeeper's child, looked at their luxurious mansion and said to her baby, "All of this will be yours someday." But little did she know, the maid had already been set free. Years later, the maid lived in the countryside, raising her child with great effort. One day, she took her son to the rich man's house. She told her son, "This is your father's house." When the security guard saw them trying to enter, he immediately tried to stop them. The maid told the guard to quickly inform the boss that Lisa and her son had come to see him. The person who came out wasn't the boss, but the housekeeper. The housekeeper ordered the security to drag the maid away. The boy sensed his mother might be in danger and rushed toward the house. By the time the housekeeper realized what was happening, it was already too late. The boy burst into the rich man's birthday party, and just as the rich man was about to question him, the housekeeper appeared, trying to force the boy to leave. The rich man stopped the housekeeper, and the boy turned to his mother and said, "I invited the rich family to come." When the maid saw the rich man, she first politely bowed, then told her son to call him dad. This shocked the entire family. From the Korean film Jibong Wong Kim Tak.